Some of you need to tell me what's happening. You write, type your name in your country. Type your name. Because I'll be telling you what is happening in your country. Yes. Derek, greetings. How are you doing? Shajani, greetings, man of God. Yes, greetings. Where's you watching me from? Type your name. Yes, my daughter Grace, I see you from Germany. Grace, my daughter Grace. There's a deep prophetic thing coming. The Lord has shown me a lot of things in the mountain. I was at the mountain praying. I'll be there for 3 days praying. Some of you need to send your prayer request. Those of you that not get anointed beads, make sure you get your anointed beads. Make sure you get this anointed beads. Make sure you share your one-on-one. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Those of you down to WhatsApp me directly. Shalom, my daughter Minky. Let me tell you something. Today you will hear what I talk about Monday prophet. You need to get that book, Prophecy, Dreams, and Vision. Prophecy, Dreams, and Visions. This is the difference between the prophet of God and the prophet of men. And today I'll be answering your question. Those of you that have got hard questions, you know about hard questions, and I'll also ask questions. I'll also ask you questions to know what is inside your spirit. Or ask my own questions. You ask me questions, I'll answer you. The Bible says, excellent spirit. Greetings, Minky. Shalom. Good day, how are you? If you have any question that the question is bothering you in life, difficult question in life, type or answer you. If I've got time, some of your dreams, or interpret your dreams of life and direct. I see some of my daughters that I shared a one-on-one. Let me tell you something. I just had a one-on-one now. I want to speak. Comfort. How are you? Greetings. Comfort. God is going to do something in your life. God is going to do something in your life. You're a woman of God, a strong man of God. It's because of your prayer that family is together. Because of your prayer, your life shall be extended. Shalom. Shalom, my daughter Minky. I want to speak to your son. Speak to your son. I see a new thing happening in his life. A new thing happening in the life of that your son, my daughter Minky. A new thing. When I speak my prophecy word, sometimes you need to take a pen and write it down. A new thing happening in his life. It looks like some new opportunity, new venture, new thing happening in his life. Which has been stagnating in one place for too long. Greetings, say, how are you? Yes, Mickey, make sure you share that one-on-one. Share that one-on-one. When I say this, share that one-on-one. One of my sons just wrote to me now, after I gave him a prophecy. He now showed me a truck that he bought. The eye of the scorpion. Yes. Tell me that. Yes. That's my son, Greg. What are you doing? I sent you, yes. Those of you that don't have that book, Prophecy, Dream, Salvation, make sure you get that book, Prophecy, Dream, Salvation. I'm live and direct. I'm talking to you live and direct. Make sure you share your one-on-one. You see something new is about to happen. You and that's your son and the family. Something new God wants to do. You have been praying and asking God, Sepa, what are you doing, my son Sepa? Yes, I see you, Greg. You put said the prophecy I gave. The eye of the scorpion. Let me tell you something. Prophet that took us as prophets. There's prophets, Bible prophets. Those are the ones that prophesy in the churches. You go to the ministry, they have the ministry, they prophesy in the church, prophesy to the church, people are clapping their hand and prophesying. Those are Bible prophets. They prophesy according to what they hear from God. There's prophet of God. I'm talking about prophets like Elijah. I did a series about Elijah. Go and look online on that series. I'm going to do tonight shift or pray for you. Or pray for you, my son. Yes, you'll be covered. You'll be covered, my son. You'll be covered. You'll be covered, my son Clifford. Prophet of God like Elijah. Elijah never prophesied in the synagogue. He never went to the synagogue. There's no way in the Bible says Elijah went inside the synagogue and started prophesying to people in the synagogue. He prophesied outside to the people, to the kings, to Ahab, prophesied to Jezebel, prophesied to the people outside, prophesied to the 450 worshippers of Baal. That's why he prophesied. Those are prophets of God. That's why I see a prophet of a Bible prophet. Greetings, Dewey. How are you doing? Yes. to speak a word. God will bless you, my daughter. Stand strong on the word. That's why I say I prophesy to nations. Write this word down. I prophesy to nations. Those that have been watching my prophecy, you follow my prophecy. You see what is happening. Shalom, my son. Shalom, shalom. Today's a day. Write your name where you're watching me from. Greetings. Professor, I will tell you. I just gave a prophecy now about the strong men in a different continent. You hear. Get that book, Prophecy, Dreams, and Vision. Those who want to PayPal me. Yes. Yes. Who's calling me 592? 592. Who is 592? Who is 592? You want a 101? Show you a 101. 101. Who is 592? The number of 592. Type your I don't know where you're watching me from. Somebody's calling me 592. 592-682. Who is that person? Shalom, my son Dave, for share the 101 tomorrow. So we still go to PayPal. Because what we are doing is guerrilla prophecies. Who is 592? Good afternoon, sir. You need to share the 101. I don't. Okay, I will just. Yes. Chandani is always angry. Yes. Pray for him. Yes. This is. Those of you that you saw the prophecy I gave about South Africa. Some of you have watched my prophecy. I talk about the fight they're going to want to go and get President Zuma. I said they're using the force to get him. It's going to backfire. Now it's backfiring. You people watch what's going to happen in the news. You see all these things I've done, they say step aside. Step aside is for Zuma. It's to get Zuma out, to kick Zuma out, and to kick all his friends out. That's what step aside is. I prophesied a long time, last year even. Said they should look for it to sit down, to solve this matter politically. If they want to go forward, they're going to. That step aside rule they've put, they're going to use that rule to even to tell the president to step aside. Because they're going to create investigation that even investigation that does not exist, they'll create it. They'll say, because you're under investigation, you must leave. Step aside. Everybody must step aside. Yes, how are you? How are you? Which type you? Type your name, say how are you? Yes. Now the part right to me. Greetings. I'll pray for each. I'll pray for your son, Chandani. Let me tell you, this son is facing is just a spiritual affliction that's disturbing him. Spiritual affliction. The spirit comes inside of him and live. Come inside of him. Shalom, my son Peter. Shalom. Let me speak to you. Yes. Tomorrow I'm going to do this private 101. I don't want to go deeper because sometimes when you say things online, the enemy also hears it. But I just want to say there's a good news. I say good news. Tomorrow, show the private 101. I'll tell you the thing I need to do. Because as this good news is happening, Satan doesn't like good news. Let me tell you something. All of you here, you're at war. You are at war with Satan. The Bible says when Jesus went to hell and paralyzed Satan, I made a public disgrace of Satan. Satan declared war against the church. It's like if South Africa, for example, let's say South Africa declare war against Zimbabwe. If you are living in South Africa and you find yourself in Zimbabwe, you need to get prepared to fight. If the president of South Africa says, today I'm declaring war against Zimbabwe, and you as a South African in Zimbabwe, when you are there, you need to prepare yourself to fight because they're going to kill you. That's what has happened that's what happened with Jesus and Satan. When Jesus came, he paralyzed Satan, took the keys. He declared war against his enemies. I say, you that you're born again, you're a child of God, you're born after Jesus, you are also involved in that war. Greetings, my prophet. Who is this? Facebook user, what's your name? That's very true, prophet. Yes. So we talk about spiritual warfare, we talk about real things, real problems. These things are things that affect entire continents. I spoke about the strong man. The strong man. Every continent has got. The Bible says in the days of Persia, you see the nation, they hear that name Persia in the Bible. Persia was an empire, it was like a continent. The Persians, the Medes and the Persians, they're the ones that defeated Babylon. They're the ones that came in the night and sent spies to kill Nebuchadnezzar. Nebuchadnezzar was killed by his own soldiers, but those soldiers were bought by the Persians. And the king with Darius was one of the people that did this. And they defeated King Nebuchadnezzar. It was an empire. Babylon was also an empire. But the Medes and the Persians were an empire. And they said the Medes and the Persians, they had very beautiful women. They were very intelligent people. They were very intelligent people. That's why even Mordecai was scared. When Esther was going to go and meet the kings, they had the rule in the Medes and the Persians. The only people that made the rule. In their rule, they say when they put a law, nobody can change that law. And they wrote in their laws that as we put a law at the Medes and the Persians, nobody can change it. The Persians, those empires, they are now become continents. You see, the United States is a continent. Africa is a continent. India is a subcontinent. China is another continent. Powerful, precious. How are you doing? Shepherd. You need to know the spiritual forces that are controlling your continent to be able to even do anything. Those forces are called principalities and powers. They rule over continent. But they have demons that have put, they are the ones that control who become president, who does not become president. They are the ones that sit in the places. They sit in those high places. They look at nations. They see where are we going to kill people? Where are we going to create earthquake? Where are we going to now put a storm? The most wicked principalities and powers are found in Israel. Because the principalities and powers that sit in Israel, let me tell you what they do. They've got different purposes. Their purpose is alienation, to alienate, to wipe off. The principalities and power in Africa, I told you, it creates stagnation and lack of recognition in this Africa. When they talk about the people of old, talk about all those people, Abraham, Isaac, and they were Africans. They came here from Africa. One of the most intelligent people were the pharaohs. Greetings, how are you doing? Greetings, man. I'm talking about knowledgeable. They created a language. They could write. They could do everything. They had books. Those were developed by the pharaohs in Egypt, here in Africa. That was called Sokoto Empire. You see this country, Ethiopia. If they show you photos of Ethiopia and drawings of Ethiopia many years ago, the city of Ethiopia, back in the day when it was ruled by Haile Selassie, how Haile Selassie was ruling those empires, how beautiful they were. But that's force. That's why I see all African countries, they rise and go down. They rise and go down. It doesn't matter which one. Many, all of them. That's why I see Africans now. You go to America, go to Europe, go to Germany, go to the UK. See, Africans, they work like slaves. They're the least paid, they're the hardest workers in Europe are Africans. The US, the same thing. They're the least paid, but they work the hardest. And some of you are hearing this, I'm a money prophet. I speak what the Lord is showing me. Is that spirit, that principality and power. Go to Europe, go to France. You know how many Africans have got things in France, working in France. check when it's winter, how many people they go out to go and work? The Africans, they go out to go and work during the winter. Better the least paid. But they work the hardest. Have you seen the mine in South Africa? There's a place in mines, Kimberley, all those mines that you hear, mining. If you go to the mines, I can take you to the mines in Australia and the mines in Africa. The same mining, the same thing, but the conditions are two different conditions. And that thing has destroyed the continent. That's why this message that I do is to raise leaders, courageous leaders in Africa, not ones that are fearful, shaking, no, courageous ones. There's coming a group of people that will get, when they get this revelation, that's why I tell people, my sons, go into politics. Go and find a political party that's got power in your country. Go and join the party. Influence that party from inside. You have the Spirit of God inside of you. Influence that party. Don't run away. True. We share. This is powerful. Oh, this is a revelation to me. Influence that party from inside. Go and join that party. Because those principalities, they have their people making decisions inside the party system that is running your country. There are people that are making decisions. You must also go there and fight from inside. Glory to God. That's why some of you, we see men of God like us. People ask us, man of God, why are you not going to preach to America? Why are you not going to preach? No, I'm not going to America. I'm not going to America. The principalities and powers are here in Africa. We need to destroy those principalities. We need to destroy them. It has started. It has started. Wow. This is powerful. We need to destroy them. If you listen to how African presidents speak, have you listened to the speech of African president? Name anyone. They sound like kindergarten students, like people that have not even gone through nursery school. Even kindergarten children, they are better. You ask yourself, how did this man become president? But he's controlling 40 million people. They can't read. And there are many Africans that can read. They are taking boats, go to Libya, looking for boats to run away to Italy. It's a generation that will not go to Italy. That generation is coming. I'm betting that generation, I'm betting up. It's godly. Let me tell you something. It's better to die for the truth than to live a lie. Because wherever you leave this earth, the first thing that you leave this earth, and you fight for the truth, when you leave this earth, you go to heaven, the angels will ask you, how did you come here? Tell me how you came here. If you say, I came here fighting for my country, I came here standing for the truth, the angels will celebrate you in heaven. If you run and say, no, I came here, I was living a lie, I was hiding, pretending like nothing's happening, but something's happening. I was hiding, then I got shot, a stray bullet shot me, I was hiding, I could not fight. The angels will say, look, you can come to heaven, but they will not clap for you. Because the moment you enter heaven, they ask you, what happened? Did you come here praying? If you came here and say I was praying, then I had a shock. I had the building collapse, something happened, and I were praying in church. Celebrate you. Like the people in TB Joshua. Those who got that in TB Church, the big celebration in heaven. Because while they were praying and singing, somebody put a weapon to shoot that building, the building collapsed. Never ever sacrifice the truth for anything. Die for the truth, stand for the truth. It doesn't matter. Very true. This message is going to shake you. Look at Nigeria. Look at Nigeria. Look at Congo. Because the people in Congo have refused to fight. France, a small country. You know how tiny France is? France is controlling Gabon, Congo, Senegal, Cameroon, Chad is controlling almost half of Africa. A tiny country like this. You ask yourself, how did it happen? They're taking their oil, taking their Roma, taking their timber, taking the coffee, taking everything. And I'm talking about hundreds of millions of people. Nobody can rise. Nobody can rise up. Nobody. And all those countries are suffering because of France. Because of France. And if you're a president, you don't want to do what they tell you to do, they find a way to remove you. And nobody's talking. They have been drilling oil in Congo for more than 100 years. Drilling oil not finishing. Back in the day of Mobutu Sese Seko, they have been drilling oil, taking things out of Congo. If you go all over the world, Congolese are all over. Because even in their own country, they don't know what is happening. They don't know. I'm a modern day prophet. I'm the only modern day prophet with the eye of the scorpion. I'm telling you now. Some of you need to pack your bags, come back to your country, come and join the political party, join the party that is ruling. Go and start beginning to function in that party. Go and join it. You got the Spirit of God, you got the Spirit of truth. Don't think that anything, the corruption will corrupt you. No, it will not corrupt you. You fix the place. You'll be the light. The Bible says you're the light. How are you? Dave is terrible. Look at Cameroon. Cameroon, a small country of 11 million people. A small country with all kinds of riches. They can't feed the people in the country with all the food that they have got. Spirit of truth. Small country. Equatorial Guinea. There's a small country called Equatorial Guinea. Equatorial Guinea. It's like 600,000 people. Fighting has started there also because of oil. Created by France, the French people, and the Spanish people. Angola. The same thing. Yes, my son. God bless you, my son. Yes. I have the light. I don't know which party is in Nigeria, whether it's Nigeria. Join that party as a young person. Men of you to join that party, vote all those. I prophesy. I see those old people, those old leaders in Africa, those wicked ones that are going to be dying. In the 2021, they'll be dying. You see, the president of Chad is dead. The other president, I don't know, is Mozambique or which country that is Zambia, whatever. One president, one African country also died. I've been praying up the mountain. All those old people that have been tormenting Africans for years. You see a president in Africa, he can't even stand up straight. He can't stand. And then he makes a speech. He can't stand up. He's 80, 70. He makes a speech. He says he's got a plan for the youth. Look at what is happening to Burundi. I listened to the speech of this president of Burundi. And I was talking about how they need to prioritize youth. But he is one of the oldest presidents I've seen. My angels are working. There's a prayer called the prayer of death. When I pray that prayer, I use a coffin. I bring a coffin up the mountain. I pray that prayer. Put your foot inside that coffin. You're not going to last 21 days. That's a prayer that Moses prayed, and the death angel was released. And when Pharaoh saw the death angel, he said, this death angel is coming to kill the children of God. Moses said, no, he's coming to kill the Egyptian. Your firstborn son, they're all going to die this night. Some of us, we've got to the point where we need to get Africa. I'm telling you. You see what happened to Zimbabwe? How the corruption, the wicked people, they destroy a country that was the bread basket. The apples of Zimbabwe used to be shipped all the way to the UK. Pineapples of Zimbabwe, they used to eat the pineapples right in Egypt. Hello, Prophet. Yes. Green card, which is should I want to have your green card? Some fear talk about green cards. Green card is nothing. Pray they give you a green card. You want a green card, pray they give you a green card. But let me tell you something. You don't need a green card. You need green grass and green land. You need to get your land, your country that you're coming from. Your land is more than any green card that give you in America. The land you own in your country is more than that green card. While Africans are going to America to get green card, Americans are coming here to buy land. We've seen it with the Chinese. The Chinese are one of the most intelligent people. You need green grass and green land. That's what you need. Yes, I'm listening. Share your 101 prayer. Release that green card to you. I have the scorpion. While Africans are going to Italy to go and dress and stand on a metro ride and take a train that are going to Milan, Chinese people are coming back to the country and are buying land. And he sold his land to go to Italy. The Chinese man came and bought the land to grow food. Sooner or later, in that country, the people in that country will be able to eat food because the food that will be grown in that country will be sold to China. Because China, the land is not fertile. God bless you, I receive it. I'm talking what is happening in this Africa. So once you share this video, share it. Money the prophet. I know the solution. The solution I told you, young people must get active in political. Go inside the. Don't always say you can be opposition. There's no problem to opposition. I always tell people there's no problem. You can be opposition. You can say now I want to be opposition. But the problem in Africa is that opposition is too tiny. Each time you want to be opposition, they try to squash it. So you go inside there, inside the fire. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, put it inside the heat. Change it from inside. When you go inside, get yourself to the top of that party. Tell them now, look, we're going to do things differently here. Nobody's going to steal money. That's what is happening now with the ANC. See the ANC? The ANC is the ruling party in this country. People to steal money in the ANC and they just run away. Now the ANC has said, if they hear anywhere, read anywhere, you have stolen money, leave the party immediately. You leave the party before we start to argue whether it happened or did not happen. Yes, Shanta, now what are you doing? Powerful. The ANC. In those days, the people should steal money, the ANC, they'll be laughing, clapping hands, eating sushi, taking Fiji, eating sushi. Now, the young people that have entered the ANC, they have voted different people inside, and they've told the different people, if anybody will hear, put a law, the law says step aside. Just ignore the fire. So put a law, the law says step aside. Step aside means that if you are suspected, meaning that if there's even a newspaper report that you're under investigation, first leave the party, go away, we don't want to see you. Then we'll find a way now to really start to do that. Is it true or is it not true? And also young people, they always want to be opposition. Sometimes the wisest thing not to be opposition, the wisest thing is to be in the ruling people. Be the ruling way, go inside the ruling place. But because you carry the lights, you put the right system in place, you change the nation. It's easier that way. You can be opposition for 50 years, not to happen. Look at country. See a country. Look at Gabon. Look at even the president in Chad. I prayed. I said those people, the man has been running for years. They have the scorpion. There's opposition in Chad. There's opposition in Gabon. But when the ruling person dies, he told the son to take over. Some of you don't know what is happening in the US. That USA that you are talking about. There's a strong man there too. It's a man of war. You see the USA, they'll never stop killing each other. They'll never stop fighting. Because the principality that sits at the top of the United States is a principality of war, of fight, of war. That's why you'll be hearing about this George Floyd, these people have been shot. You'll be hearing it day after day. It's not because of the police. It's the principality sitting at the top. And the men of God in the United States, they don't preach the gospel. They don't preach. They worship the God of money, the mammon. They forgot in the Bible. They don't know what is in the Bible. It's irrescoping. That's why you see young people, Christians from Africa, when they go to United States, they don't go to church. They don't attend church. You ask a Christian, you are a strong worshiper in your country in Africa. He say yes. He said, now you're in the United States. He said, yeah, I'm in the United States. Are you going to church? No, I don't go to church. Because what I saw in church, I was asking myself, is this a church? What is this? The principality. That's why if you go to the US, if you want the United States to fight, just tell them that everybody must bring their guns. If you bring your guns, return those guns because you don't need them. Tomorrow war is going to break out. It will be all out war, civil war. Because everybody carries their own gun in their backyard. Is that principality? Look at me. How are you doing, Sean? Share. So true, my prophet Minky. Yes, so true. I'm talking. You need to learn. Come to Africa. Come here. If you walk on the street of Cape Town, you can be counting after I walk 100 meters. Sushi place. I even saw a sushi place called Ninja Sushi. Sushi, meaning they allow sushi. Anybody can sell sushi. But if you go and tell those mama they come and open a pap place to sell pap and spinach, they'll close that place the next day. You ask yourself, what is it? Why is it that they allow people to be selling sushi? You know, sushi is a food that was created for hungry people in China and in Japan. It was created because of hunger. After when they had the war, there was a lot of hunger. They started looking for ways of eating things raw and slicing and just eating things. That's how they came about with sushi. But sushi is allowed. The pap in Africa, which is the pap that our grandmother were making, the fufu in Africa, you cannot sell it. You want to open it, they say no, close that shop. It doesn't comply with this standard. But pizza from Italy, you can sell it anywhere. I'm telling you reality. If you make spinach and say, I want to make some spinach and sell it, say, no, don't sell spinach. Sell pizza, sell hamburger. It's only a short space of time where people go to hospital because the hamburger that they've gone and bought from the US is bringing sickness because the meat is not really meat. You ask yourself, how many chisanyama are here in the street? You find that there's no chisanyama. But you know how many shops are selling burger and Burger King, all kinds of burger, all kinds of things. God bless you. You're right, man of God. Yes. I think this message is still going to be for 3 days. Some of you need to pray. I've now started talking about Nigeria. I'm talking about Nigeria. Just writing. Yes. Yes, I'll just pray for you. Yes, praise the Lord. Yes. Gerald. Let me tell you something. Let me give you an example in Nigeria. In Nigeria, they used to have people that were like designers, tailors. They used to sew Nigerian clothes. Nice Nigerian clothes in Nigeria. You see this to sew in the movies. Nigerian movies, the way the Nigerian clothes is sold by the designers. They call them the tailors. You know what happened? The Chinese came. They took those clothes. They went to a factory. They drew those designs in a factory in China. They manufactured like ships of those clothes, shipped them back to Nigeria. What happened? The designers that were designing those clothes are making turnover revenue from designing those clothes. They couldn't sell. They ran out of business. And the knowledge to design those clothes vanish. Meaning you cannot find anybody that can design those clothes. So if you go now, the clothes they're buying, we here in Nigeria, they wear the agbada, they wear it. It's coming from China. The knowledge to design it left Nigeria, went to China. Powerful. Eye of the scorpion. Yes. Look, some of you, I told about the strong mind. That strong man in every country, you must locate it, even in your family. Find that strong man, that covenant that was about, that way done in your family. Find out what those covenants are. Write someone the one who want to break it. Some of them are those covenants I know. A covenant is something that was done before your time and was done using blood. When you hear people that saying that slaughtering goats, slaughtering this, slaughtering that, you ask yourself, who are they slaughtering to? They're slaughtering for the covenant. Those covenants follow you. It doesn't matter where you go. You can go to Germany. The covenants still follow you because you are part of it. You are part of that blood. You find somebody in Germany, stay in Germany for 20 years, 30 years, cannot do anything. Until you break from that covenant, nothing will begin to change. Some of you, the covenant was not done by you, it was done by great-great-grandparents. And your parents did not even know about it. You don't know. The eye of the scorpion. Make it telling you that it is. May I say raw? I have no filter. Tell you what you need to hear. Raw power. I've asked, where are the Chisanyama? Why do we have more KFC than Chisanyamas in Africa? In South Africa, how did it happen? Where the meat that we have here, the best meat, the meat that is exported to Brazil and the US, the meat from the cows here in Africa, yeah. But we importing chicken because we need to eat KFC. So we refuse our own meat, that is the best meat, to import chicken, that's the bad chicken. See how confused the world is. You see, in Nigeria, even those countries, Cameroon, all those countries, Gabon, all those countries, they've got something called yam. Yam has one of the best stash, good stash. If you eat yam, but you know what happens? They don't eat the yam. They go and look for a way to import flour. You see, Dangote is running up and down looking for ship to import flour to come and make bread. Instead of eating bread in the morning, why not take that yam, pass through that yam, eat that yam in the morning? Because it's stash. All you need is stash. But no, the one go get flour, import flour from Romania, flour from wherever to come and make bread. And say that bread so expensive. Where the yam would have been, because it's natural. I'm talking to people in Nigeria, in Cameroon. In Cameroon, they've got yams. All those countries, Gabon, those countries, in West Africa, they got yams. Why are you running about looking for wheat? Wheat, you don't have wheat in Nigeria. So you need to spend money to go and buy wheat to come and make flour to eat because of bread. This is the wisdom of the prophetic. This is godly wisdom. This is what they should be teaching people in school. You ask yourself, How come they cannot manufacture cars? Cars in Kenya. How come we cannot manufacture cars? Yeah, even the cars here. Just few companies are making cars here in South Africa. But you go to Nigeria, 200 million people. Why are there no cars? You go to Cameroon, why are they not making cars? You go to Ghana, why are they not making cars? Why must they import used cars from Europe? Because it's not creating jobs in those countries. The used cars is creating jobs in Europe and China. Yes, it's not taught. Igwe, greetings. How are you, Igwe? Greetings, yes. If you import used cars from Europe, what you are doing, you are taking pollution from Europe and bringing it to Africa. Secondly, you are creating jobs in Europe because the cars are manufactured in Europe. So your children, you will never know how to fix those cars. That's why you go to all those countries, you see bins of cars that are dumb. Please, they can't fix it because they got no knowledge about those cars. But what you need to do, you need the knowledge to help you solve the things that you need. If you need to drive cars, the people must have the knowledge how to fix those cars in your country. Because you go to people drive jeeps in Gabon. The people that drive Lamborghini in Gabon, if there's a small engine problem, that Lamborghini is shipped back to the US to go and get that engine problem fixed, shipped back to Gabon. Because nobody in Gabon knows how to fix that engine. I'm talking about the prophetic. The eye of the scorpion. Make sure the 101, those of you. I'm the only prophet that sees the eye of the scorpion. I'm talking about these are things that is around you, but you don't see. But I see. I see. There are too many accountants in Africa. Too many accountants. Too many accountants. What you need in Africa is engineers, people that know how to mine, people know agriculture specialists, people that can go and look at the soil and see what they can do with this soil. That's what you need in Africa. You don't need many accountants. Accountants just go. You see, this is what is happening. Everybody wants to be an accountant. To count what? To teach the people to use their mind. To use that mind to exploit and explore the resources that they have under their feet. The oil that is sitting in Congo and the oil that is sitting in Nigeria, those oil, if you go there, the companies that are mining those oil are companies like Ajib. Ajib is an entire company. They're the one doing drilling, offshore drilling in Nigeria. They're the one telling you how much oil they've taken from your own country. They don't even know. The same thing in Congo. The company drilling the oil in Congo is called Total. It's a French company. The government come and ask Total, how much oil do you drill today? Total will say, no, I drill this amount of barrel. Sometimes not true. They just give any kind of number. The rest part of the oil they put in a ship. They send it to France to come, and they tell you if you want that oil to be petrol, we are going to mine it in our country and bring it back to your country. Meaning that you got no refinery. So the government doesn't know how much oil they've drilled. They don't know how the refinery that they don't have a refinery to refine it. They're waiting for that oil to go to France and come back, and then now they'll buy and they'll sell. That's one of the most stupid things that can never happen to your country, and it's happening to most African countries. Yes, you're saying the truth. Our people don't like agriculture. Yes, Eagle says don't like agriculture. The problem is this. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. You see, the cell phone has been one of the most deceptive things and confusing things in Africa. See the cell phone. You see, the reason Africa started running to Germany back in the year, many years ago, started running to Germany. The reason was because when they went to Germany, they had a telephone at home. That means you could call them in the house, and it was a big thing. Back many years ago, in Africa, most African countries, nobody had telephone at home. So when they went to Germany, you could call them in their telephone. It was like freedom has come. And then when the cell phone came, they could call a person in a cell phone. They look at it like freedom. But let me tell you what they do. If you go to America, Europe, all those countries, the way they have designed their economy, you will walk there and sweat there. You will make money. You will see money inside your bank account. But that money will never develop your country. They will take back all that money using taxes, this, commission, that, different fees, different things. You'll be seeing money with your 2 eyes that you work every month. Your family will be calling you and ask you, have you seen money? You say, I've seen money. Can you send money? So I cannot send the money. Because after you work the money, all that money goes, it remains back there. That's how it's designed. It's only Africa that is designed that you work money. You can take. That's why French people, German, Dutch, when they come in, they work money, they go back home, they develop their country. I'm connected. That's how the economy is. That's how the system is. That's why I see British citizens, those children, those small British boys, they don't work. When the government give them a job, they don't want to work. Because they know the taxes that are taken from the Africans. Those taxes from the Africans are used to pay them. Pay them every month to sit at home. Why the African is sitting inside the cold in the night. The cold, shaking inside the cold like this winter. The British guy is sleeping in the free house, getting a salary every month from the taxes that guy is paying. This is a chaos that has happened in the world. It's injustice. It's injustice. It's called fiscal injustice. Paulina, how are you doing? Yes. God bless you, my daughter Paulina. The truth. I speak the truth. I'm telling you. I see the prophetic. It's called fiscal injustice. The same thing in the US. You go to the US. Have you gone to the US military? The people that go to the US military, you know how many Ghanaians are in the US Marines? How many Nigerians in the US Marines? If you cannot pay school fees, those Africans are there, they see you have got strong muscles, cannot pay school fees. If an old man come and ask you, what do you want? You say, cannot pay school. You say, can't pay school fees. Okay, come. Go and join the Marine. When you join the Marine for 5 years, we'll give you money to pay your school fees. But after 5 years, you go back, you've got no harm, no food. How are you going to go to school? That's what is happening. You're hearing they talk about Iraq war. I was there. I was in Kuwait. They were fighting all those wars, doing those things. I was in Kuwait. I saw my 2 eyes the amount of Africans that were there. The US Marine. We spent Thanksgiving together. Young boys. That's why I discovered what's going on. They were telling me, no, you know what? After I serve my time, I'll go. I'll get something like a credit. I'll use that credit. I'll finish university. I'll become an IT specialist, whatever. The Caribbeans, yes. You think you can go back? You will not go back. You know what it means to spend 5 years hearing machine guns in your ears? You know what it does in your ears? I need to pray. Say I'm running out of time. I don't want to be long. Tomorrow I'll be on again. I'm telling you, deep. I will start talking about Jamaica. I've not even touched those countries because it's Jamaica. I will talk about the UK. The strong man in the UK. It's a spirit called the spirit of pride. The UK. That's the strong man. I'll talk about that strong man in the UK. What is happening? I'll talk about the strong man in India. In India, there's principality there. There's a principality of division. India, that I see India. It's a country that nobody wants to see another person prosper. And the country that the day they come together, it will burst with prosperity. But they can't come together. They've got this principality of division that make nobody trusts nobody. I'll talk about it. That's why I see if India was to, you see China. The principality in China is what I call is a power of slavery in China. That's why no matter what happens to China, you cannot change the system there. They've created a system of slavery that enslave people without them even knowing they're being enslaved. They work till they die. Have you heard about people work for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months without going back home, sleep inside the office, sleep inside the office, get up money, brush your teeth, wear a tie, continue the accounting, sleep the next day on the bed, get up for 3 months, 4 months, continue the bookkeeping to get the bookkeeping right. That's what happened in India. The spirit of the strong man was. That's what happened in China. Sorry, but India is the strong man. There's division. It's division. If India, she needs to, that's why you need to pray. If you are there, you need to pray because it blocks everything. Because the moment they want to go, because you're divided, you're not in my camp, I drag you outside, put you down. That's what is happening in India. I see the prophetic. I've no idea. I can talk here as I'm talking. A person in India, where's my son Shamfred is in India. I want you to confirm, is that what is happening in India? I've not lived in India. I'm telling you now. I'm talking what I see. I sit in the realm of God. I see every nation like this. Where's Shamfred? From India. Yes. To confirm what I'm talking about. That's the spirit that's there. It's crazy that nobody believes in another person. Nobody wants to understand the other person. So you see you're going this, everybody wants to go this way. Go this way, go this way. Everybody's going in their own direction. Yes, we're Shamfred. Shamfred from India. Saying it's true. I'm in Africa. I've not lived in India. I've not been to India. I'm talking about the strong man that holds that. That's why it doesn't matter in India. You can be you can have A grade in all your results. You see suffer. I'm talking about going to school, having A grade in all your results, having the best top class. You are the best. You get up, you say no, you are the best. You suffer. Because of that division. I mean, those that are ripping your path, scatter, confuse you. It's a prophetic. The eye of the scorpion. And that's why you see China is coming over now to enter in India, to destabilize India. China has what I call it's called that principality, so slavery. It creates a system of slavery that you don't even imagine how it works. What you don't see, they show you what they want to show you. But what they don't show you is they hide it. The eye of the scorpion. I'm talking about what you don't see in the news. You never see what I'm talking in the news. That's why people don't understand in China how small children are. They were found in Apple, this thing. Found in factories, small children. 10 years, 11 years, working in factory for hours. I said, how did that happen? Is that strong man of slavery? It creates a mindset that nobody sees anything wrong. We'll talk about, we see all those nations. See a nation like Botswana, Professor about Botswana. Botswana, very soon, Botswana is going to crash. So we need to pray for Botswana, for God to stand on that nation and lift that nation up in prayer. Pray for Jamaica also. Jamaica. Because you see Jamaica, the corruption, the people that corrupt, there are too many. They are growing every day. God bless you. Listen, make sure you join me tomorrow. Don't want to be long online. Make sure you join me tomorrow. We need to continue this tomorrow. Interpret your dream, prophesy to you. Yes, Shamfred, the eye of the scorpion. Tell you the solutions to your problems, solutions to your country, solutions to your family, what you need to do. Every continent, every nation, every country, every family, there's strong men that are sitting in those layers. Whenever you find yourself that you start something, it doesn't work, you do these things are always blocking, you want to do this. There are families that nobody's married in that family. Not even one person is married. There are families that nobody ever finished primary school. It doesn't matter who that person is and which school they went to. It's a strong man in that family. It's my job as a prophet to show you that strong man. There are families where, in that family, nobody has a child. They are all bad. Nobody, brother, sister, all of them. Nobody has a child can give birth to a child. Yes. Yes, you see, Jamaica government very caught up. I'm telling you. Jamaican government. I see. And the thing about Jamaica, they're going to start locking up pastors, shutting down ministries. Dave, you're right, yes. Yes. In Jamaica, the journalists in Jamaica have been bought and paid for. They are not journalists. I see them, they're giving money, they take money, report whatever they want to report. It's hard to find a true journalist. So Jamaicans, they need to open their eyes and do the right thing and hold the people accountable, because nobody's being held accountable. They are working in a clique like this. Difficult to break that clique. It's currently happening. Yes. See, I'm not in Jamaica, I'm telling you. You'll be hearing people be arrested. After they go to court, the cases disappear. The matter doesn't go anywhere. Nobody is really properly held anything. Minky, God bless you. Yes, Minky, I've spoken to you. Say something new is coming. You see a family where in that family nobody has a job. But in that family, maybe one person has a job. Everybody, the family got 20 people. Everybody in that family depends on that one more the job. Yes. Yes, my son Godfrey. Uganda. Professor, I'll talk about Uganda. You see Uganda. Uganda. The people of Uganda need to be more radical. What they're fighting, see my son Godfrey. What they're fighting, the battle that is going to come in front of them is going to be a very tough battle. Chabang, how are you? Joanna, how are you, Joanna? How are you doing? Yes. Gregory, can you see my son Gregory? I'm on, but I cannot see you. Peter, how are you doing? Thanks. Yes, my son Peter. Yes. I see you. Uganda are very peaceful people. But sometimes you need some fire, people with a passion to rise up. Just like in Nigeria. People in Nigeria have noticed. Nigeria is a very peaceful nation. Very peaceful. But one day Nigeria, they got up, they said, no, but these politicians are taking us for fools. They know whatever happens, we'll just talk, not to happen. They did Nigeria, they put their foot, they said, no, we don't want to see that thing again. You come here and you will tell us exactly where that money went to. They started holding up. It happened in Nigeria. The parliament. Go there to this, not only parliament, it's even the small committees that we're creating. Because even the judges were corrupt. The politicians corrupt, the judges, the lawyers, the whole system was corrupt. And the people they want, that's why you hear about, they don't want to hear about, you go to Nigeria now, nobody want to hear anything about political. No, they want to see action. That's what it happened in Uganda. Uganda, you will not trust the system. The system is corrupt from top to bottom. You should find a way of holding the people accountable. In Nigeria, they go to your house. So you took money. You used money, took money. You stole money. Where's that money? Produce that money. The MPs in Nigeria that are fire. Nigeria is a country people just talk. The same thing in Cameroon. In Cameroon was the one day people say, no, we're picking guns. Better die. It's not the government was shaking. It says they'll build this, they'll build that, they'll do this. People got up and said, no, we cannot continue like this. That's why I see. Until the government becomes scared of the people, not to change your country. A situation where government is not scared of people. You see in South Africa now. In South Africa, the young people in South Africa, the government is watching. The young people in South Africa. They're not listening to the news. At first, nobody cared about the news. People are partying. Now, everybody's using the news. Who did what? He stole what? He said he did what? They will tell you, just leave that job.